your head on my shoulder.
Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be just kind of chit-chatting with you guys. I know I just uploaded a video, but I'm gonna try to be more like consistent with my YouTube channel. I'm gonna try to be uploading every Fridays and Saturdays, so hopefully that can work. I've been getting in the process of like being consistent because this damn virus, but hopefully I can spread some light today because I'm gonna be talking about basically how to take care of your mental health during times like this, especially from someone that has anxiety, like really bad anxiety. Just being at home kind of like takes a toll on you because you're at home, there's like things that you think about, like life, all the stresses that are going on because of this damn virus, like not having jobs, like jobs are legit, like firing people, and it's just been difficult, but hopefully I can spread some light. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm like hella awkward because I'm like standing up, so I'm trying to like because I gotta get that good lighting, you feel me? I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That's gonna really help me a lot because I'm trying to get big out here. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoy. So I'm basically gonna be doing like my makeup and just kind of like chit-chatting with you guys. And yeah, so let's do this shit. So I'm gonna start off by I'm out of breath. I can't breathe. I'm standing up and I'm all like this. Like I can't. Since we're talking about mental health, let's take a breather. Okay. But anyways, okay, so I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Glow Dewy Mist because a bitch's face is dry because of this damn weather. It's not summer. It's fucking, well, it's supposed to be fucking spring, I think, right? I don't know, I'm an idiot. But I'm just going to be using this. Really? Don't do that to me. Well, I think you guys saw it. There you go. I'm just going to spray this all over my face. So, we're going to be talking about mental health. Because a lot of people, don't really get to talk about how they're feeling, how they're doing. And I think it's very important to always check in with yourself. That's rule number one. And I'm sorry if I'm like going down because my makeup's like down, like not on the ground, but it's like placed in the table here. But it's like low, so I'm reaching over. Anyways, rule number one when it comes to your mental health, always check in with yourself. It's very important to not, how can I say this? It's very important to not block out your emotions because when we do that, like a lot of people, they work and they do a lot of things to keep their mind busy, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, like we can do so much and we can start to ignore how we feel, and that takes a toll on our mental health. So it's always like very important, girl, tongue twister. Very important to check in with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you fucking matter, period. Jesus gang, on God, yeah. No, but in all seriousness, you matter. So, how do you check in on yourself? The first obvious question, ask yourself, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Where do you feel, if you're feeling anger or if you're feeling, if you're feeling strange, where do you feel those emotions? So I go to therapy. Well, my old therapist, shout out to London, if you ever watch this video, I want you to know that you were the best therapist, and after you, I couldn't, let me not be me. But anyways, my first therapist, she always told me, she would have me do these exercises where I would sit down. Basically, it's like a grounding exercise. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. You sit down and you breathe in and then you breathe out. So that helps with like, it helps with your anxiety. If you're feeling like, if you're feeling like overwhelmed with emotions, you sit down and then you're sitting down in a chair. I can't breathe. And then, you put your feet all the way to the ground. I'm short, so like my feet are always like dangling off the chair. I need to put my foundation. This is why I'm not doing a full face because I'm a chit chat bladder like hella. Okay, before I get to that, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible I hope I'm saying that right. Foundation. This is the 24-hour fresh wear. This is amazing. This is amazing stuff. I would have to say this is like the Fenty Beauty foundation. It's really good. I'm not gonna prime my face because, well, this is kind of like a primer, I think. Yeah, whatever. I'm not really gonna like. I usually use my e.l.f. pore filler primer, but since I'm like just doing this for the video, it's fine. It's kind of like how I do my makeup, like when I go out or something. I usually like color correct too because my fucking mustache. But anyway, so like I was saying, check in with yourself because that really matters. It matters how you feel. It matters what you're feeling, you know, especially in times like this. I'm not gonna do my eyebrows, it's fine. I usually do my eyebrows, but this is just like a natural. This is gonna be like a natural, glowy type of video. So, but yeah, it's just very important to check in with yourself, and you know, if you're someone who is struggling with, you know, anxiety or depression, or you know someone that's, you know, struggling with their mental health, always check in on people. I know that's easier said than done because I know people have their own lives, but it's very important to have someone to talk to, especially if you're, you know, going through all of that. For me, what I used to do, and this is like I'm saying it from experience, I used to just kind of keep myself busy. And so obviously, what does that mean? When you keep yourself busy, you're not thinking about situations in your life. You're just like, okay, if I go to work, you go to work. Or if you're going to school, you're going to school. Like your main focus is like that. But with that, you know, like I was saying earlier, is that you start to train your mind. I'm sorry, y'all. You can hear my mom, sorry, because she got a loud ass mouth. Love my mama though. But anyways, you start to train your brain to be like, okay, like you're just gonna focus on work. That's it. Like screw your emotions, screw how you feel, work, or whatever with school, or if you're doing YouTube is your job, YouTube. You start to train yourself to get to a point where you don't even consider your emotions. You don't even consider how you feel. It's like, oh, what are feelings? Or what the hell is, you know, my mental health? Like, screw that. And obviously, you know, that's not healthy. Because then you're in a position like me. I would work. I used to work. My first job was at Smud, so I was working at like the age of 16, 17, I think it's 17. And I feel like as, you know, teenagers, you don't really have time to think about like, you know, like traumas that you've been through. Like you don't really think about that until you get older, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. Oh, and then I'm gonna use my e.l.f. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. concealer. So this is the 16-hour camo concealer, and this is in the shade medium sand. But like I was saying, like for me, I used to just not acknowledge how I felt, and I would always be the person to let people, you know, stomp over me, use me. And, you know, that took a toll on me because I was like, no, screw that. I'm not going to let people use me anymore. I'm not going to let people take advantage of me because that's not fair. Like, they're not doing as much as I'm doing for them. And that's the thing. Like, I'm a very giving person, so I don't expect anything from anybody. Like, if I help you, it's because I'm helping you from the heart. It's not because, oh, I expect you to, you know, give me something in return. That's just not how I'm built. But it is important to recognize, well, where's your boundaries at? You know, like, and this ties in with like your mental health because you're taking care of yourself. So I'm just kind of like trying to give you guys examples. I hope I'm like explaining myself correctly. But yeah. So it's very important to check in with yourself, and my recent therapist is like, you have to set boundaries for yourself. And that's very important because I'm always one to say yes to people. I never want to be like, oh no, I can't, or, you know, I always just help people. But when it came to me needing people, where the fuck were they? You know? So that's when I was like, screw this. I'm not doing this shit no more. Peace, I'm out. And it took me, and I'm not even gonna lie, it took me a while. Like, I could sit here and tell you, after high school, like, I've always, suffered with, I don't like to say suffered, but I've always had anxiety and depression, but it wasn't as bad. It just started getting bad throughout the years. So I feel like right after I got out of high school, I was still focused on, like, working, because at the time I had a job and I was going to school. So I was just focused in school and work, that's it. But then there was things that were happening in my life that was draining me. There was people that were in my life that were very toxic. There's people in my life there was one person in my life that was super toxic. I don't like to, trash bag anybody, but this person was very toxic. And the only way that I was able to let that person go was because this person left. And now that I'm like, this happened like 4 years ago, 2020, yeah, or 3 years ago. But after this person left, I realized now, today, I'm like, why didn't I let this person go? Why couldn't I love myself enough to let this person go? Because I'm always one to be like, no, like, if I leave them, they need me, like, like, I've always felt like if I don't help people, that's gonna be like, if something bad happens to them, it's gonna be my fault. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have like a guilty conscience, even though it's like nothing, like it was never my fault. Like, these people were just fucking toxic. So now that I'm like, in this position that I am today, I'm not saying that I'm 100% healed, because depression and anxiety is never gonna go away. And it's not just depression and anxiety. There's like different types of depression. There's different types of anxiety. My depression is the major depressive disorder, which is the number one depression, I guess you can say. And then my type of anxiety disorder is panic disorder. So for those of you that don't know what that is, basically you panic. Mine were super bad. Like, my panic attacks were super bad, that they were daily. Oh, then I'm gonna use the Fit Me powder to set which I don't know why the fuck I'm doing this, but it's fine. It's my makeup routine. But yeah, my panic attacks used to be very frequent. And I'm using my beauty blender. It's not super damp. Don't use your beauty blender damp, because then the powder's gonna look like cakey and then patchy on the skin. So don't do that. I've learned my lesson. But yeah, no, as I was saying, it's hard. It's hard having to deal with this stuff, but what you need to know is that if you're suffering with, anxiety, depression, whatever disorders that you have, just know that that doesn't define who you are. That's not who you are. And I had to learn that, because it is hard, because you don't really have a support system. But I've always had my support system. I had my sisters like Tyler and Shayla. Shout out to y'all, love you guys. They've been with me through it all. But it's hard to admit when your mental health is so, girl, I just saw a fucking mosquito, but it's fucking dead, and has that bitch been there, or is it acting dead? Girl, I got so spooked right now. One thing you need to know about me is that I fucking hate insects, all type of insects. I hate fucking spiders. I hate fucking mosquitoes. I hate fucking cockroaches. Except the only insects I love are butterflies and roly-polies. That's it. Don't fucking bring me, and ants are fine too. I don't really care about ants, because they don't really do anything. But I hate fucking spiders. I hate mosquitoes. I hate all those motherfuckers. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Let's not get distracted. But yeah, it can be hard to accept that your mental health is going to shit. It's going to shithole. But that's the beauty of healing. That's the beauty of loving yourself. I can sit here and say now that, that I've been through the things that I've been through. I didn't love myself enough, because I allowed people to stump over me. I allowed people to stay in my life. I'm not even gonna lie, I still always want to help people, but then I have to put myself first. So that's another way that you can start to help your mental health. Put yourself first. And by saying that you need help or accepting that you need help, that's putting yourself first. Because you're like, okay, something's up. I'm not feeling all the way 100%. Excuse me. So what's going on? What do I need to do to just be okay? You don't have to be like, oh, I have to be happy. Like, let's be real. Like, it's life. Like, who, is ever super happy? Like, of course, I'm not saying don't be happy. Like, yeah, be happy. Like, right now where I'm at the point where I can say that I'm finally okay. Because for a while, I was super low to the point where I didn't want to be here no more. And it is hard to talk about. I'm not really one to talk about, like, the things that happened to me. Only my best friend knows, like, everything that I've been through. But if it's to bring awareness, if it's to bring, if it's to help somebody, I'm gonna do it. And I have this channel to do that. And that's what I want to do. I want to help people. So what better way than to make a video about it? But yeah, I was to a point where I didn't want to be here no more. I used to self-harm. Only did that once, though. And I almost... We're not doing... No, don't fucking lie to me, dude. We're not getting emotional. But, I was suicidal. I tried to commit suicide 4 times in total. Yeah. And, I'm not going to go into detail on, like, how, but my point is I was at a low point where I wanted to take my own life. And I've been blending, like, girl, like, you already said it. What the fuck am I doing? I'm basically just, like, doing a simple, like, I'm just doing foundation, and then I think I'm just going to do mascara, and that's basically it. That's boring. But I'm going to do makeup tutorials, don't worry. I'm good. Oh, I got a makeup page, too. Makeup by Rutha. I'll put it down in the description box so y'all can follow that. Check me out. Right now, my Instagram is private, but if, like, my channel starts to get, like, a little more followings, then I'll take it off private and put it on public so y'all can, follow me. But if you're from YouTube, don't hesitate. You can DM me on Instagram. I'll link that below, my socials. And yeah, and just let me know that you're from YouTube, and then I'll follow you, because right now I don't trust people, so I gotta keep that shit on lock, period. My Jacqueline Hill palette. It's all, like, with eyebrow shit, because I use an eyeshadow for my eyebrows. Curl. I'm just gonna use this shade for bronzer. Hopefully it's not too dark. I'm horrible at this. That one right there. Either that, no, this one, yeah. But anyways, yeah, so, I was at a very low point in my life. But my point is that you're gonna make it. And especially with having a support system, you're definitely gonna make it. You're gonna make it, and you're gonna make it far, and you're gonna be okay. Period. Period. Curl, that looks so patchy, but we're gonna blend it. I'm just patting it into, like, my skin right now, and then blend it. But yeah, as I was saying, life is hard. I'm not saying that it's easy. It's life. What can we do about it? It's life. It's not easy. But can we survive it? Yes, we can. God put us here for a reason. He didn't put us here just because. He knew what he was doing, and that's that. Girl. Okay, that did not come out how it was supposed to. Does that look... Yeah, oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me use this. I'll use my beauty blender to blend it out more. That shit is actually not bad, though. Not gonna lie. It kind of gave me some dimension, but I have to blend that part out. But I'm getting distracted. I need to stop. But yeah. So, there we go. Keep in mind that the process of healing, of getting through, your depression, getting through your anxiety, it's not an easy process, and it's not gonna happen like that. You have to be the one to be like, okay, I'm not okay, and that's okay. So what am I gonna do about it? I'm gonna sit here, and am I gonna pout about it, or am I gonna do something about it? And don't get me wrong, it took me a while to say, okay, like, I was, like, the first time I went to therapy, I was scared, because I was like, because when I had my first panic attack, I was like, no, like, this is, like, I've never experienced this before, like, I went to the ER, like, it was bad. So I was like, no, and I'm just, baking right now. Not really baking, just kind of, like, cleaning up my, bronzer. I don't cream contour, I don't like how that looks on my skin. It makes me, I don't know, it makes me look fucking ugly. But, yeah, it's not an easy process like I was saying. But with support, you'll get through it. And I'm so blessed to have my best friends, my sisters. I call them my sisters, Tyler and Shayla. And mainly Shayla too, because she's, like, Shayla's seen it all. Tyler, you know, because she at the time she was living in Oakland, and she'd always like feel guilty, and she was like, I'm sorry I can't be there, and I'm like, girl, like, no, it's okay, like, I'm sorry I have to put you guys through this, because, you know, at the same time, I wasn't just going through shit, my sisters were going through it too, because they were seeing me, like, not being okay. And that's also something very important to keep in mind. Because my old therapist, she'd always say, you know, you have your needs, and your friends respect that. So you should also, like, respect their needs too. So, not saying that, oh, like, you don't matter, like, what you're feeling doesn't matter. No. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But how your friends feel too matters. Like, you have to just kind of keep in mind, you know, how they feel as well. Girl, are my hands dirty? You just gotta keep in mind, like, okay, like, and obviously it's not our fault. Like, it's not like we're purposely trying to put our friends through this shit. Because does anybody want to go through, you know, does anybody want to put their friends through pain? No. I know I don't. But as you're going through this process of, you know, understanding your mental health, understanding your disorders, you start to realize, okay, well, I wasn't only the only one hurting. My friends were hurting too. You know what I'm saying? And not just my friends, my family too. Like, my mom, she would always say, like, I'm trying to understand you, because, you know, we're Latinos, Hispanic, and, you know, in the Hispanic household, having anxiety doesn't exist, basically. Having depression doesn't exist. So yeah, it was a little hard. It was a little rough. But I know that God has worked in my life. That's all I can say. And I'm still here. And I'm here for a purpose. I was about to fall. I'm here for a reason. I wasn't here just to be born just because God was like, oh, whatever. No. We all have a purpose in life. We all have a meaning. And it just takes you to find that meaning. And am I saying that it's going to be like a snap of the finger? No. Because sometimes I still question, oh, what is my purpose in life? But I know what my purpose is. Deep down, I know what it is. It's to help people. And it's to talk about, you know, the Word of God. Whether you believe in Him, whether you don't, whatever. I never disrespect anybody. I got my Jesus shirt on, you feel me? But I just kind of just try. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying, you know, like I'm a saint, because I'm not. You know, I like to go out to drink. I like to have fun and party. You know, I'm only 22 years old. I'm still young. This was like the quickest makeup, like the quickest because I'm talking. But yeah, what was I saying? I got lost. My eyebrows. I'm gonna brush my eyebrows. I got so lost right now. I don't even know what I was trying to say. But anyways, yeah, it's important to always check in with yourself. And it's important to have a support system. And it's important to recognize when you're not feeling yourself. So don't ever feel ashamed of what you feel. Don't ever feel ashamed or weird, like, oh, like, what the hell is going on? Like, why do I feel this way? You don't ever have to feel like you're a burden. And this is something I'm still working on, because even, you know, after me going through all my shit, I still feel like a burden to, like, you know, my sisters. Like, I really do. Or, like, the people that try to help me. Because for me, I'm a person that doesn't like to be helped, only because You know, when people like have helped me in the past, they would throw it in my face. Like, oh, like, I was there, this and that, when they never really fucking were. And right now I'm just filling my eyebrows. I'm using, this is the Jeffree Star one from this collection. The JS7, it's just that eyebrow pencil. And there's like some eyebrow like eyeshadow on it. And I'm legit just like brushing through. I'm not really like putting any like hella product on it, if that makes sense. But I know there's still like residue on it. Just a little bit. Just kind of brushing in. But yeah, like I was saying, I used to have people that would be like, oh yeah, you know, I was there for you. Like, who was there? And I'd be like, bitch, the fuck you weren't. The only person that's ever been there for me is Shayla, period, and Tyler. Like, don't do that. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself, sweetheart. Just don't do it. Should I put lashes? No, I'll just put mascara, guys, because putting lashes is... I was just using the telescopic carbon black L'Oreal mascara to just put on some mascara on. That's basically like, well, this is not like my everyday makeup. This is just like, you're filming a YouTube video, hurry up, makeup. But usually I do like a full face because, you know, I'm that bitch. But anyways, yeah, so main point in this video is always check in with yourself. Make sure that you're okay. And right now, especially with this fucking coronavirus shit going on, I know it's hard being at home, fucking not being able to do anything, but keep your mind, you know, busy. Like, but at the same time, always check in with yourself. So like what I mean is paint. If you paint. If you draw something. If you like to read. For me, I like to read. I like to paint. I just started doing watercolor painting yesterday. Let me tell you, that shit was popping. But that was ugly. Anyways, but yeah, do things to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself going, but at the same time also keep in mind that you have to take care of your mental health too. Like, keep in mind that you have to make sure that you're okay. You have to make sure that you're doing okay. And if you're not doing okay, that's fine. Be like, I'm not doing okay, so what am I gonna do about it? Come on, depression, come on, anxiety, run out, bitch. What's good, bitch? I already got my hair braided, what's good? Feel me? Do that. If you have to do that. Fight that bitch. But in all sincerity, anyways, just being in a serious note, you're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through this shit. Hopefully this coronavirus shit does not last for hell long, because a bitch is trying to have a hot girl summer. A bitch is trying to go out. I'm supposed to go into LA in June. And that shit might have to be canceled because of this fucking virus. Bitch. Fight me, bitch. Coronavirus, fight me. Coronavirus. Coronavirus. Period. But I just got ratchet for a second. Now I'm out of breath. See, I'm too fat to be doing all these movements and shit. I can't do this. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm sorry I'm like all over the place. I was trying to like keep it like fast, but at the same time make sure that I'm getting, you know, good information for you guys. But yeah, if any of y'all, whoever's watching this, if you need somebody to talk to, DM me. The best way to DM me maybe is probably on my Twitter, because, you know, that shit's open. My shit's not private. So if you need anybody, just fucking DM me. Be like, hey, I saw you on YouTube, or I don't care. Like, be like, hey, fat bitch, like, I fucking need your advice. Like, I'm gonna fucking help you. Okay? I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna fucking help you. We're gonna get through this shit. We're gonna get through this shit. We're gonna fight Corona. We're gonna beat her ass. We're gonna beat her ass. And Corona, yeah, Corona's a fucking girl. Well, men can be bitches too, but that's a whole nother story. I got fucking foundation on my lips, and it makes my lips look fucking white. I should at least put some lip gloss, but no. But I have the Jeffree Star. Well, it's my sister's, but she doesn't really do her makeup like that, so I'm gonna take that bitch. Excuse me. I'm just gonna. Usually I use this to set my face because it like leaves my face like nice and glowy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, please, please DM me if you need somebody to talk to, if you're struggling with something. I'm here. I understand you. I get you. I get you. DM me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, but mainly probably on Twitter. And then if you're from YouTube, just freaking let me know. Be like, hey, I saw you on YouTube. Let's be friends, and I'm gonna be open to being your friend. I got you. I got your back. I look like the girl from, what was that? The Cat in the Hat with her hair curl. Anyways, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share my video because I want to help y'all. I want to get my channel big so I can help y'all. Period. That's all. I don't care about the money. Fuck the money. Well, no, I need a little money, but not doing it for that reason. That's not the purpose of doing this shit. Just because I love to just be on camera. If y'all follow me, oh, I got my Snapchat too. I'm gonna put that shit down too. Y'all can follow me on there because I'm crazy. Nah, we just be having fun. But yeah, off track. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys.
Hold me in